Does Ronald Koeman get sacked if he doesn't pick up points this weekend? Welcome back to Corner Sports. I'm Albert Asnavour, and let's preview this weekend's football. Saturday early kickoff game, Manchester United travel down to Anfield, take on Liverpool, and this one's going to be very interesting. Liverpool has confirmed that Sadio Mane is out for 6 weeks, and Manchester United has a plethora of injuries in the midfield, whether that's Fellaini, Pogba, Carrick, etc. So I'm expecting Herrera to step in and Matic to play together, which I don't think they've played together this season yet, so that's going to be interesting. But up top, you know that they've got Lukaku, you know that they've still got Mkhitaryan, Mata, and Martial and Rashford to make moves, so I'm not worried about them up top, and I'm not really worried about them defensively. Liverpool going into the international break were poor, and coming out of the international break, I'm expecting them to win this game if they want to see good results out of this season. However, I don't know if they can pick it up with Sadio Mane being out and Salah on heavy international duty. We'll see what happens. I do expect this game to be a 2-2 draw because there's no way I see Liverpool not conceding a goal, but I do see them scoring. 2-2 draw should be a good one. If you're on for an early kickoff, watch this one. Next game that goes right after the Liverpool and Manchester United game is Bayern Munich versus Freiburg, and the sole reason why I'm interested to see how this game goes is because, like last time, Ancelotti's gone. I want to see how this team plays, especially with the new manager coming in who has previously won a treble at the club. They're familiar with his philosophy, they're familiar with the team play. I want to see how the team performs, I want to see how they do. I will be watching this one, and I'm expecting a 4-0 win for Bayern Munich. Next game is Juve versus Lazio, and Lazio have been playing very well this season aside from that 4-1 loss to Napoli. They're coming off of 2 back-to-back wins, whereas Juventus dropped points in their last game. However, I do think Juventus is still the stronger side, although they will have a lot more competition for the Scudetto this season in Italy from teams like Lazio, Napoli, Inter, Roma, and even AC Milan if they get their shit together. You cannot pass on these big games in Italy. They always provide entertainment. They're always fun to watch, and I'm expecting goals in this one. 3-1 Juventus will win it. This one's a big one in Germany. Borussia Dortmund take on RB Leipzig, the darling of last season and the champions of this season, perhaps. I do think that Borussia Dortmund does have a stake in the title challenge this season, and I don't think RB Leipzig is there, especially with Naby Keita being 1 foot out, and Timo Werner is also rumored to leave, if not in January, then in the summer. A lot of these young players do want to leave, but that's not as important. This is a big game. Borussia Dortmund have been fantastic defensively and have been scoring games this season. RB Leipzig has been playing well, especially after starting a little bit poorly. I'm sure they didn't expect that. Although this one will be a good one. I do not see RB Leipzig scoring in Borussia. This will be a 2-0 Borussia win. Now, this is not really a big game of the weekend, but I am very interested to see how this game goes. Arsenal travel to Watford to take them on, and like I said in my previous preview, Arsenal is one of those teams that'll get on a hot streak like they have in the last 10 years. They'll get on a hot streak, they'll beat the teams they should be winning at home, like the Bournemouth, 3-0 win, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right, no worries. But then they'll go to teams like Watford, teams that they should be beating, even though Watford has started their season playing very well in some periods. I just think they might drop points here. Look, I don't know if it's going to be a draw, I don't know if it's going to be a loss, but the Arsenal that I know and I'm used to watching is they will travel to teams like this and drop points. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw, Watford pick up an essential point in this one. Man, am I excited for this game. Oh, it has so much riding on it. The political tension, the just tension between Atletico and Barcelona. These are such 2 magnificent, great clubs in Spain, and with everything going on politically in Madrid and Barcelona, Catalonia versus Spain, what's gonna happen? Ooh, this is going to be a good one. I'm so excited to watch this game. I think it's going to get physical. Atletico's going to get stuck in there just like they do every single time they play Barcelona. I'm really hoping they win this game as a Real fan. I know, right? A Real fan hoping for Atletico to win against Barcelona. But not because I want Atletico to pick up more points, but because I want to shorten that gap against Barcelona, who's jumped up to way high of a lead this early in the season. This game is going to be a strong one. Messi is going to look to create. I know he's once again that one and only spark on that team so far. Luis Suarez has not showed up yet. And Atletico, we know everything about Atletico. It's hard to play away in Madrid against them. I know it's not the Vicente Calderon, but I think they're getting their footing together. Their fans will always be behind them. I've been to games against Atletico Madrid fans and they don't stop cheering. They're fantastic fans. This is going to be a great game. 2-1 Atletico win. The next game, let's talk about Roma versus Napoli. Now, Roma sit in 5th place, but they are a game behind everyone ahead of them. They've only played 6 games this season, and they play Napoli, who are red hot, have not lost at all in the league this season. 7 wins. They're scoring for fun. They're winning games fun. They look like they're having fun playing together, and I'm surprised this unit didn't separate during the summer. I'm very happy to see them stay together because they know how to win games by scoring goals. They're like the Liverpool of Italy, only they can also defend a little bit, and they're putting away their chances. Roma has kept sort of their unit together after shipping off a bunch of players in the summer. Dzeko's still there, Nainggolan's still there. They bring Kolarov, who's an experienced player, and can work really well in this Serie A type teams who do end up prolonging the careers of players who should probably not play in leagues like the Premier League, which is why Kolarov left. This is going to be a really good game, and I'm struggling to see who wins this one. But if Napoli mean business and want to win the Scudetto this season, these are the games they want to win, and I think they will. 3-2. Great game, a lot of goals, a lot of tension, but Napoli wins this one 3-2. Man, when I remember being a kid and watching that AC Milan team with Kaká and Shevchenko and Seedorf and Maldini and Dida, etc., etc., I mean, man, it makes me tingle. And then I remember the Milan derbies in San Siro that used to go on. This game is gonna be so good, and it's just a damn shame that AC Milan do not have a good enough manager to prepare them for this game. Inter have looked so good this season, surprisingly well. Spalletti knows how to do it in Serie A. I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he told me, look out for Inter to do really well. Spalletti knows how to win games in Serie A, and that's exactly what he's been doing. He has been winning games in Serie A this season. He's brought Inter Milan back into life after they've just had a bunch of abysmal seasons. They got players like Perisic creating, they've got Icardi putting them away, and on the other hand you've got AC Milan, who are a great team, spend a lot of money. I just think their manager is letting them down. I don't care, I don't think he's the guy for that job. I think they can bring in someone better, and if they stick with him this entire season and he gets them Champions League football, the next season they need to get Ancelotti in there. But I just don't see them winning this game, and if they lose this one, Monteo might just get fired. I think they do lose it 2-1. Look for an Icardi brace. A fun one in France is Lyon taking on Monaco this Friday, actually, not over the weekend technically. Eastern clock, 2:45, and I hope I'll have the video posted before then so you can have my score. But Lyon has been drawing games for fun this season. They're not looking like the team that I thought they were going to be. I thought they might be a top 3 team, whereas Monaco is still fighting for the title. I know they dropped the game to Nice, but they're still looking like a good team. Falcao is scoring, you still have Lamar, you still brought in other pieces to fit in that team for the major players that you've let go. Still a good team, and I do think they get the job done in Paris, beating Lyon 3-1. Now on to what I really wanted to talk about. Does Ronald Koeman deserve to still have his job after a poor start to the season? He brought in so many players that are just underperforming. I know they invested so much money, and I don't understand how they can still keep him in his job. He's traveling to Brighton to play Brighton away, and if he doesn't pick up points away at Brighton after spending damn near, what, 150 million pounds? How do you justify staying in the job? I don't know who is out there on the market that you can bring in. Maybe you sap Marco Silva and bring him in? I don't know. Who knows? Marco Silva can do really well in the league, and especially with those players, but they need a striker, and they've been rumored to sign Giroud in January, but Giroud came out and said, I'm not leaving Arsenal, I'm staying here, I'm not going to Everton. Now, I also don't see them picking up points away at Brighton. Brighton have started their season really well. They've been playing some great football against big teams and beating teams that they should be beating, and I think they'll be fired up for this one. They didn't have anyone going off to international duty, so all of their players stayed together. They've had plenty of time to prepare for this one, and considering the form that Everton are in, ooh, man, this is a rough one. I want to say a 2-2 draw, but I would not be surprised if Brighton squeaks out a 2-1 win against them. Once again, thank you all for coming back. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll be posting my weekend good, bad, and ugly after all these games are over. I'm excited to see how the weekend turns out. There's some great football this weekend, from Germany to Italy to England, everywhere, to Spain, not to mention. Everywhere there are good games. Go ahead and watch some football. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and vote in the polls and leave me comments below on who you think I got wrong, and is Koeman gonna keep his job? If not, let me know what happens, and I'll see you next time. Peace.